Did you hit it?
All right, Minnesota Vikings are wrapping up their
Hey, there
what
we
seems
go.
like
There we go.
their 10th straight preseason loss against the San Francisco 49ers. Looks like they're going to lose this one 17-7. Kevin O'Connell and his manly looking chest running on the field to shake. What the hell is the guy's name's hand? So a lot of talk about in this one, and a lot of it isn't overly great. Isn't overly great.
It isn't overly great, and nobody really played though. So I mean, we'll get into it.
We will get into. Let's see who is in the house. We got Michael King, Captain Cocktail, Davey. Of course, Davey is here. Ratana Mias. I think that might be a new one. Some guy named Blake. Bob Sweet. Of course, Bob Sweet is here. Where else would Bob Sweet be? Where would he be? Anthony's in the house. Mason M. Killam Nostradamus. Wayne West. Doug Spry. Patrick Harms. He says, Yo. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Tim Versig. We all knew Versig was going to show up. And just a little programming note. I'm running this stream, so if there's any hiccups, first time doing this, my cherry is being popped right now. And one bar, I guess, is playing Dexter. He is looking for his first kill. I hope you have evidence before you do it. Dave Walker in the house. I don't know if you guys know this, but Schlong is here. Schlong is in the house.
Welcome, Schlong.
Mark Thorson, Wayne West, Sloth. Sloth is here. He's given his receiver depth chart. No, one bar is on vacation. He is joining us on location, so thank God he's taking time away to be here to talk about this amazing football contest we just watched. Klopu says, hey, Schlong.
I'm in a car. I'm in a car and everybody's staring at me.
How many people are looking at you right now? What's
well, I'm in a parking lot because unfortunately I
think, I think the big thing needs to be we just can't, let's not overreact to what we saw tonight. Let's not overreact. Easy to do it, easy to want to do it. But yeah, let's not overreact here. I mean, let's do we have enough? Are we ready to start hopping into this thing, talk about this thing? I think we probably can.
I was born ready. How many people we got on? I can't say. I'm button noon.
Looks like 78.
Let's go. Right, let's go.
Well, I think the number one thing,
baby.
Yeah, the number one thing we need to talk about here is who did not play in this game, and maybe we should have saw this coming. Because of the joint practices. They're going to give the starters some rest because they were going at it all week. They had 2 live practices against the San Francisco 49ers. So the guys who didn't play to me is a huge story. I'm going to go through the whole list here. Cam Dantzler, Delvin Cook, Patrick Peterson, Kirk Cousins, KJ Osborne, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Harrison Smith, Cam Bynum,
everybody.
CJ Ham, Shannon Sullivan, Eric Kendricks, Zadarius Smith, Garrett Bradbury, Jordan Hicks, Chris Reed, Christian Darrisaw, Ezra Cleveland, Jesse Davis, Brian O'Neill, Julian Taylor, which just tells me he's going to be gone on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. Irv Smith Jr., Dan Chisena, Johnny Munt, Delvin Thompson, Harrison Phillips, and Daniil Hunter. All those guys did not play. Your thoughts on that one, Bar?
You could just say everybody. Nobody played. Anybody did not play tonight. You know what? That's just fine because nobody got hurt. And I wouldn't care if they did that the third game.
No, somebody did get hurt. Andrew Booth Jr. left being helped off the field, rolling his ankle, not even contact. Very, very scary thing to see. Hopefully he's okay. We sure as hell do not want Andrew Booth Jr. missing any extended time. But I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here and say his preseason's probably over.
Well, I mean, the big thing is it was his ankle. It's not like it was his knee. Ben Lieber tweeting out that he said it sounds like it's just a rolled ankle, which is we don't want anybody to get hurt, but if it's anything, we'll take a rolled ankle, sit the dude on you ain't going to see any more preseason action. He'll come back just in time. He had a pretty good preseason, a great training camp. Put him on the shelf. Could have been worse.
Yeah, we do not need to see any more Andrew Booth Jr. Let's let him get healthy for Week 1 against the Packers. So let's start with offense here, because there's probably more to talk about on defense, the way this game went for the Minnesota Vikings. And I think you got to start with Kellen Mond. Starting this thing out, he just did not look comfortable at all. I mean, he was holding the ball too long. He's throwing off his back foot, but even with the bad stuff, he did have some good throws, but the interception he threw after driving the team down the field was absolutely, absolutely brutal.
Brutal, but the first game was so surprising. We knew he was going to have ups and downs. So, I mean, it's not like we can say this isn't overly expected. I mean, he's going to have shitty games. He's barely ever played.
Well, yeah, and that's not even, I wanted to see him. He didn't have to rip it up tonight. I wanted to see him take a couple more steps forward, a couple more steps in his progression, and he took steps backwards tonight. And I thought later in the game he looked more comfortable in the pocket, but the 2 interceptions he threw, the one late, I know he's just trying to make a play, trying to get the team back in the game late, but that first one was so bad, and he didn't look comfortable. Sean Mannion came in. Mannion wasn't great either, but he looked much more comfortable in the pocket. He did miss some throws, but overall, Sean Mannion was the better quarterback tonight here against the San Francisco 49ers. One bar is apparently frozen. We'll see if he hops back on live. I'll take the rest of this thing solo. I see a lot of guys mentioning Marcus Sherrills. I was going to kind of try to wait before we started talking about the punt return game and Ihmir Smith-Marsette. He bobbles the opening kickoff, and then he muffs that punt that gives the Niners the ball back. It's maybe led to their first 3 points of the night. And then you didn't really see Jalen Nailor get any chances at it. It was just putting ISM back there. Maybe we should start calling him ASSM after what we saw tonight. But Ihmir Smith-Marsette, I feel like he made up for it a little bit later with his with his plays as a receiver. Showed some toughness there. I just saw something. Is this true? Can anybody confirm what Zeke is saying? Is Andrew Booth Jr. really out 6 weeks? 6 weeks? Did he break this thing? Anybody, please comment on the news that Zeke just dropped on Andrew Booth Jr. Let's see. Boyd or Nickerson, I don't know if any one of those played. They weren't on this list, but sure as hell didn't see him out there. Saw a lot of Caleb Evans, who I actually thought looked pretty damn good. Rab, this is a good point, because they said during the broadcast he didn't do that in college, so you're forcing him as a punt returner. He does have some shiftiness, though. I do like that, but the fact that he is so the fact he's struggling catching the ball isn't great, but it makes sense. Patrick Harm says no. That is his garbage report. Mark J confirms. Also a garbage report. So Zeke, you can go to hell. Go to hell, Zeke. All right. Bob Swede. Thank you, Bob Swede. Bob Swede is on it. He's going to check with his sources. Mon blows. So here's the question now. You got Kellen Mond struggling tonight. Sean Mannion looked like Sean Mannion. What do we do? Do we sit there? Do we scour the cuts first before we try to give up a future draft pick to get a backup quarterback? Do we just roll with Mond and say, hey, if Cousins goes down, we're going to roll with the punches? What do you guys want to do? What do you want to see with Kellen Mond? Practice squad this year? Do you want him? See, I'm kind of with SSM. I think you just hang on to him. He just so Zeke's backing off. Zeke says he said, listen, someone in the chat said it, and I was like, for real? Okay. They're praying. It is preseason. Yeah, it is. Need a veteran backup. I am still more apt to just kind of hang on and see if keep Mond and then just see if Cousins goes down. Worry about it then. Make a trade then. Team is freaking cursed. wouldn't beat the Bears with Manny or Amon at quarterback. I don't know. Maybe that Bears roster is pretty much ass. Drinking me a nice, delicious Lift Bridge tonight. Be sure to check them out, guys, at your local liquor store or go to the facility in Stillwater. They're also having a contest. If you guys can go on their Twitter, vote for them. That'd be amazing. Help them out. Why not? Hoffer's Heroes. He says, you know what? He says, hey, let's trade for a backup right now. Right now. We already don't have a 4th-round pick. What would you guys be willing to give up to get a backup quarterback? I mean, shit. I don't know. Gardner Minshew was had for like a 5th-rounder. Blake Bortles? I don't know. What did Captain Cocktail here? When the veterans released later, Mon to practice squad. Yeah, you could probably do that. I'm not sure everybody's going to be jumping over killing Mon at this point. Patrick Harm says there's nothing sexy out there right now. Huh? Well, Patrick, you are a sexy beast yourself. All right, so who's this guy? Hello. Hello, One Bar Olympic Show. We're talking to ourselves here. Madison for Minshew. Yeah, I could live with that. Not bad at all. All right, so let's continue. Let's talk some more offense here. We'll get back into some comments, but another guy I definitely think is worth talking about is Zach Davidson tonight. What do you guys think of Zach Davidson? Had that one horrible drop. Was wide open. It was right there. You couldn't ask for an easier pitch and catch. Sean Mannion put it right in the gut, and Zach Davidson drops it. And he'll drop later, which I couldn't tell. They didn't show a replay on that one. I think Mon threw that one into like triple coverage. I'm not sure if someone got a hand on it or not, but Zach Davidson. Let's see. Brian Rinaldi says Zach failed tonight pretty bad. Tim Versey counted 4 drops for Zach Davidson. Remember, we're going to bring you guys on for studs and turds here in a little bit. I will drop that link a little bit longer. With Zach Davidson, let's see. Tim Voss. That's the Davidson from last season. Yeah, that's the Davidson we saw. Matt Jelly Monster agrees. Stone hands. Remember, studs and turds. Jayton wants to sign a tight end. I don't know. I feel like we should maybe get ourselves a backup quarterback first. Figure what we're doing there. Nick Muse. Yeah, Nick Muse. Nick Muse showed up tonight. Had some nice. What do you end up with? Let's see. Nick Muse ended the night with, oh my God. The NFL.com stats don't even show everybody here. Where we got Nick Muse? Yeah, he's not even on there. ESPN. They're updated. Nick Muse, 3 for 29. 3 for 29. Yeah, Zeke leg Muse, better blocking, looked like Travis Kelce. Well, I mean that's a little bit extreme. I think this is more accurate. Muse actually played good today. He did play. Muse is an underrated. You know, Ellis Gregor, shocker. You are pushing for Ben Ellison. No surprise there. All right, so offensively, I mean, a pretty quiet night for the Vikings offense. Again, you got second team O-line in there most of the game. Ed Ingram did play. He looks like he gave up a sack early. Then he played a little bit better after that. Overall, not a great performance by the offense. Again, a lot of that had to do with Kellen Mond and the quarterbacks not being able to push the ball down the field. One bar, I know he's on vacation, and he was trying to hop in here, had some connection issues, and he's never tried to come back in. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Hopefully he's okay. He was in a parking lot, so I'm not sure what happened to him. I should probably give him a call. Did BC cement his 5th wide receiver spot? Well, I mean, you look at who was out there. Albert Wilson, did he even have a target today? I don't know. Albert Wilson even play. Don't remember hearing him out there. Jalen Naylor didn't get until late. Tristan Jackson, he did have some luck, so possibly. And I think that's where BC should be. He should be the 5th receiver, veteran guy. We're still getting a lot of the tight end talk here. Tony Leparello wants Eric Ebron or Jimmy Graham. Signed. Yeah, can you talk Ryan Fitzpatrick? That's a good one. This is apparently his one bar white band picked me up. He's going to arcade. Looks like he's going to have some fun. Sign Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's interesting. Can you get this guy out of retirement to come to his like 15th team? Maybe. Burstig thinks that maybe Bar is arrested for loitering. Anybody here ever been arrested for loitering? No, Wilson played something, yeah. But he played any offense, though, SSM? That's what I'm wondering. I don't remember seeing him out there on offense. But, man. Ooh, yeah, Davey, good advice from Davey. Never going to white band. That should be a fact. Tyler Heineke, yeah. Heineke, maybe he should come back. That Jelly Monster has some theories as well. String operation at the rest stop. Everybody's concerned, but one bar's well-being. That's really cute. What's this? Yeah, you never go to a secondary location. Absolutely not. He was in late. So, yeah, offensively, this was kind of I don't know. It's not a great game for the Minnesota Vikings. But again, it's the seconds. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not super concerned about it. I am more concerned about Kellen Mond taking a step backwards. I really want to see him just have another good game, solid game. I'm not giving up on him by any means at all. I'd still keep him over Sean Mannion at this point. Didn't change anything. Schlong really wants to talk about Ryan Wright, and I think that's definitely worth talking about before we talk about defense. Is there a punter battle brewing here? Oh, one bar's back. Oh my God. Hey, look at you're inside. Where are you?
I don't know. I'm just on top of the arcade. I don't think I have much time. Let's just a couple of things. I haven't been watching a ton, but are we overreacting much? Is everybody overreacting? I mean, I haven't been paying attention, but if everybody's all of a sudden off the Zach Davidson train or the Kellen Mond train, I'm not hopping off that thing yet. It's preseason. They had a good game. They've had a good training camp. Look what Mond just did. We can't hop off of it yet. Can we?
No, I mentioned that too. I said I'm not
hopping
off any of these guys. No, you got to relax. It's preseason. I mean, and they gave a ton of guys breaks, so not worried about it at all. So, one bar, blink 3 times if you're okay, twice if you're not. Blink. He's not blinking at all. I don't know what that means.
Have you talked about T.Y. McGill?
No, we haven't got defense yet. We're talking about We're talking about the apparent punt. No, we're talking about the punter battle. Apparently, there's now a punter battle for this team. Number 66 looks like a guard. He's bigger than half our guards. He's out there booting the ball. And where did this come from? I don't think you haven't heard nothing about him kicking in practice this year. None of the reports talk about Ryan Wright. And all of a sudden, he's out there getting half the punts tonight. What is going on?
Well, I don't think his big hog of a leg is any secret. That's what his bread and butter was in college. So I love it. I love the fact that he wears number 66. I love the fact that he looks like Jared Lorenz and he's ginormous out there. But I don't think Jordan Berry should be scared one damn bit.
Well, no, his first punt was beautiful. The guy rocked that thing down the field. The problem was his like one of his last ones went about 15 yards, and he's not really when he was holding for Greg Joseph, the kicks were not going the right way. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Ryan Wright. I think maybe they're trying to audition him. You know, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for kicking. We're gonna see what give you some tape for some other teams. I think that's what that was tonight.
Fan favorite immediately, though. There's no doubt about that.
Well, when you see a guy who's fatter than hell, wears 66 as a punter, you know he came. He got the last number available. Here's 66. It probably had like cum stains on it and stuff. It was dirty. It was ripped. It was torn, and he got number 66. So that's what happened with Ryan Wright. Was he the MVP of the game, though? Did you see his last punt, Mark J? That thing literally went about 20 yards. About 20 yards. One bar left. I heard some noise in the background. Hopefully he wasn't being abducted. All right. I made some notes for defense. Let's see what we got to talk about here. I mean, we got to talk about T.Y. McGill. It's time. T.Y. McGill. This guy is just a beast this preseason. Tearing it up. Absolutely tearing it up. What do you end up with? He had 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks, tackle for a loss. I know on that one play, I think he did probably jump a little bit early, but he blew that thing up. And I don't know. I just don't know how this guy does not make this team. I know it's the preseason. And I think you're right, Tim Voss. That probably sealed the deal there. I think his kids maybe came in the door. Yeah, maybe. No, he's not the next Aaron Donald, but this guy, he's got a great burst off the line. A lot of people call it a good get off. He's in the backfield, he's flying through blocks. I don't know what else you need to do for T.Y. McGill to make this team. If he doesn't, I will be absolutely shocked. A guy who I didn't think stepped up as much as he did last week was Jonathan Bullard. Bullard, I think he just had, 2 sacks on the day today. Not really doing much of anything. Oh, he had one tackle on the day. Angel Duzit Sr. is going to say Ty Challenger, second running back. Mark J is going hashtag 7500. Remember hashtag 7500. Comment on the vids. You have to be a subscriber, but hashtag 7500. When we hit that landmark, we will draw from everybody who's put hashtag 7500 in the comments for a Madden code, whatever one that you want. T.Y. McGill, top 5 pure football player? No, I don't think so. He doesn't really fit the scheme. Doesn't really fit my scheme and my criteria. Doesn't check all the boxes like C.J. Ham does. Let's see. Most of these guys are making it easier for a team to cut them. I think today, really, our second, third string linebackers couldn't cover. Looked very, 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 very brutal. Giving up everything. When the Niners would throw over the middle, it was just there all the time. So really struggled. One guy I do want to talk about, I don't think we've really talked about enough, is Patrick Jones and the steps he's made here in year 2. This guy is constantly creating pressure in the backfield. He's not always making the play, but he's causing the play to be made. Patrick Jones, he's going to break out this year. He is going to be the breakout player. I'm actually very, very, very confident in that. I love me Patrick Jones. He's had 2 good games. I think we need to start talking about Patrick Jones a little bit more because this guy looks like the real deal. Patrick Harms, my man, I'm glad you brought that up. Lewis Cine, I was a little disappointed. Didn't do much of anything tonight. I think I saw him, I don't want to say blew a coverage, but the play went right in front of him. He was kind of standing there watching. Yes, Mark J, I also saw that. Kwesi called T.Y. McGill T.Y. Hilton. Probably doesn't go a great way for T.Y. McGill's chances of making the team when your GM doesn't even know your name. Not good. Janarius Robinson, yeah, he was a guy I thought looked good early, but then had some bad plays later. Rafi didn't even know Lewis Cine was on the field. Can Patrick Jones stay consistent? Yeah, that was always his knock in college. He would be like this, up, and then he was down, up and down, up and down, quiet. SSM, I think my boys said the same thing. But I don't know. I want to see him. When he's out there playing with second string and against twos, I want Lewis Cine to be making some damn plays. I really do. Really do. What else did I have for defense? Yeah, it was. A lot of that had to do with the quarterback play and drop passes. I think things could have got a little bit better. Josh Metellus, yeah, he did have a couple good plays. Also had a couple bad plays. I'm not sure Josh Metellus. He's definitely one of those bubble guys, fringe guys. Not sure where he's going to go. Asamoah, he's so fun to watch. I see some Asamoah comments here. The way this guy flies the football and attacks, I just love watching him play. I want to see more of him. I just want to see so much damn more. Paul Allen, yeah, the problem with Paul Allen is just he keeps using his little phrase words, and it gets so sickening. I hear that over and over and over again. Chaz Surratt. Yes, Chaz Surratt. He had a rough game. I'm not a Chaz Surratt fan. I do see, look at his stat line, 7 tackles, half a sack. You think he played well, but really did not. I was not impressed with Chaz Surratt one bit today. Oh, yeah. And this is a good point, Angel. I'm going to put yours up when my mouse wakes up here. Yeah, we had 20 guys out today. Let's not. This guy's not falling here. A lot of players did not play, so let's just settle down. But we can talk about who played. There's no reason we can't. So who's smart? I'm trying to read these. When Allen listed out the A, B, and C, why Monster tonight was pretty brutal. Yeah. Useless stats. Yeah, Daniel Garcia, great point. Austin Schlottman. I don't know if I actually put him on one of my 53 roster projections yet, but I should because he's been pretty damn solid. He's been good. I'm glad you brought him up. I'm glad you did. Wyatt Davis, yeah, Jared. Wyatt Davis, again, he's out there super, super late, not doing much when he is out there. Did we talk to Caleb Evans yet? Because I want to talk a little about Caleb Evans. I thought he looked pretty good. He played a lot of this game, and he was making tackles. So it looked like these guys, these second, third stringers, like they're getting winded late. I mean, that shouldn't happen with these guys. I know they don't play as much, but it just seemed like they weren't. It seemed like they were gas late. I don't know. But I thought Caleb Evans did nice, and he was out there. I think he made a play when Kwesi was on. He was like, you could see him getting all excited. Kwesi is his boy. Burstig thinks Ingram did look good. I agree with that. I think he did give up one sack, but other than that, the coaching, I don't know. I mean, O'Connell hasn't really done anything. He hasn't really done anything out of the ordinary. It's been pretty much vanilla, if anything. I don't know. I haven't seen him go for it on fourth down. I mean, he hasn't really had any moments where he's had to make a difficult decision. I thought he could have challenged a couple things tonight, but he did not throw that flag at all. Always good to see Luft in the house. Luft balloons. This defense. I mean, we should maybe talk about the defense as a whole, because there's a couple times when the Niners were driving, they stood their ground, slowed them down, held them to a field goal a couple times. So this game could have been a lot grosser than it was. So this defense did play pretty well overall. Well, Rafi, I don't know if you know this or not about Ty Chandler, but he did roll his ankle. I think it was on the Wednesday joint practice. So if he didn't look explosion and why he didn't get that many carries, that's probably why. Brian Colbeck had a pretty heavy workload tonight, and that's probably why. Mannion's bald spot was better than our offense tonight. I mean, his tan line might have been. So did the – first half was crazy, but he's really more for Yeah, you're right, SSM. SSM's on point tonight. SSM. The sips for you. Captain Cocktail always dropping knowledge on us. Yeah, they were tired. It was the same guys out there. Not a lot of guys getting breaks in the second half, and it showed. They were definitely gassed. Depth on defense is abominable. Again, a lot of guys were out tonight, so I'm not going to get super concerned. One bar wants a reminder, Patreon Fantasy Draft is next Saturday at 7:30. I think the Vikings play late. They play at 8 maybe. So if you haven't signed up your Patreon, if you got the link, you need to do it. I think there's like a few spots left. If you guys got the invite and haven't signed up yet, you need to do it. Otherwise, we're going to try to fill those spots. Otherwise, we're going to cut it at whatever even number of teams we have, whether it's 16, 18, whatever it may be. So, yeah, if you got the invite, make sure to hop on because we're going to draft that thing this Saturday. We'll figure out some kind of prize for that. Definitely something for the loser, something for the winner. So that will be fantastic. And again, hit the Patreon link if you haven't done it yet. I don't have the link handy, so I'm not going to try to do it right now. Ryan Wright matching. What was that? Ryan Wright matching tan lines with Mannion. Yeah. I want to see Ryan Wright with his shirt off. You never got an invite, Patrick? Pretty sure you were one of the 20 teams. At one bar, are you on? Did Patrick Harms get an invite, or did we not want him in the league? I don't remember. I hate to talk about this in front of him like this, but we're going to. Again, in case you forgot that, Ryan Wright match at tan lines. No, never got a light. Okay, all right. No, we'll get it to you, Patrick. We'll get it to you. All right. So, wait, BK, what are you talking about? You and Rob B just want credit for telling me how good Ingram is? I don't remember that, but I'd definitely give you credit if I knew you did that. All right, well, I think we talked this thing through. Overall, this was a pretty boring-ass game. Not a lot of offense for the Vikings, some good defense. Apparently, there's a punter controversy in Minnesota now. What do you think with Josh Metellus? to me, he's on the bubble. He made some plays tonight that was impressive. I think he blew some covers, but then he came back and he had a nice swat. So he could go either way from you when it comes to Josh Mattel. It's not SSM Creations making this team. So all right, it's time for studs and turds. If you have a stud or a turd, I'm going to drop the link here in the comments. Hop on, let's do it. Hopefully this is how it works. Never done it before. Tonight is why he hates preseason games, and we're trying to figure out this. I keep bringing this up. I keep harping on this, but yes, Davey, that is a Sasquatch on my wall. We don't know like how this is going to work. Back in the day when there's 4 games, the third game was always the dress rehearsal. The second game, the first string offense would always get a series or 2. But now, if they're having these joint practices all week within our team, apparently the new thing may be to just give the starters the day off on the game. So, all right, SSM Creations, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, man, how you doing? Ryan Solo here. This is weird.
Well, I was gonna say good, but that was really boring. Anyway,
yeah.
I'll start with turd, and I'm gonna stick with the first half of the game because that was semi-entertaining, where the second half was kind of just trash. And for my turd, I hate to do it because I do really like the guy, but I'm gonna go with Ihmir Smith-Marsette simply because that punt fumble kind of just dashed a lot of the what's it called, the morale or whatever. So that momentum wasn't great. Too. And then he momentum. That's the word I was looking for. He and also bobbled that kickoff right away at the start, at the touchback. But then the stud. I mean, we kind of touched on him a little bit, but I really like the Caleb Evans because his tackling is on point. I mean, it's kind of hard to watch coverage on TV because they're focused on the quarterback, but I still from what I saw, he did pretty decent. So I'm gonna roll with the Caleb Evans. That stud.
All right, SSM, thank you very much. And the one thing I liked about ISM myself was the guy's shifty. He's got some natural shiftiness.
Yes, that is true. I do like him a lot. You just got to get better at those punts.
But I don't want a punt returner who cannot catch the ball. I don't need that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good to see you.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping. Yep, good seeing you too, bud. All right, let's see. We know this guy. Look at that guy. He's been working out. Looks good.
No, this is all natural.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Who's your stud? Who's your turd, Mr. Harms?
I'll start off with turds, and I'm going with Rick Spielman.
Oh, what?
His last draft class is just, it seems like every single turd is that draft class. Except Darrisaw, obviously. Look at Surratt, Wyatt Davis, Davidson. I'm giving it to Rick Spielman.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And for studs, I'm going with Luigi because no one's giving Luigi love.
Yeah, it was good to see him. I thought T.Y. McGill did all the work, even if he was a little early on that fumble recovery.
So, yeah, I'm going with Luigi, giving him some love.
All right.
I'm really hoping he makes the team.
All right. Yeah, I am too. I think he might. I really think he will. All right, Patrick Harms going with Rick Spielman and Luigi Blaine. All right, thanks to Mr. Harms. All right, remember, hop on to the link here, and I want to put up again for everybody else who wants to get their studs and their turds. We got a very familiar face coming up. But, it was his worst draft, but the one before was probably one of the best. The 2020 draft for the Vikings is looking like an absolute gem. Let's bring on this guy. We all know this guy. Daniel Garcia. There he is. How you doing, bud?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Did you get rid of that extra team yet?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's not there anymore.
All right. Good deal. I haven't checked.
Yeah, I don't know. I just clicked the link once, and then all of a sudden I had 2 teams. I was like, what the hell just happened?
All right. Well, who's your stud and who's your turd?
My stud is McGill. I mean, really the whole defense. But, yeah, McGill has just definitely been like the talk of the last two games. But, yeah, I mean, that defense, considering it's second and third team defense, I mean, considering everyone questioned the defense last year, I mean, none of the starters on the defense even played, and they were 2 fourth-down stops to start the game. I mean, it was just they were out. They kind of lit a house of fire. Like you said earlier, it could have been way worse. The score could have been like 40-7, the way that the offense was playing, but the defense really stepped up. But yeah, T.Y. McGill, if he doesn't make this 53, But then it's like you look at the roster and you're like, who doesn't make the 53? It's just it's a tough decision. But I think he played really well, and I think he brings that energy and that explosiveness off the line that we've been looking for.
So Ty is your stud?
Yeah, because with you got to have people for the 3-4. You got to have your front line needs to really just be some dogs, and in order for that pass rush to be able to get home, so they got to be able to bully some dudes, and I think Ty can do that.
Yeah, no, I think we got some dogs on the D line, and yeah, you're right. You're right about T.Y. McGill. Definitely a stud tonight. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Always good to see you, and I'm glad you're not in that creepy car like Omar was.
Yeah, I know.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. Anybody else hopping on? I'm going to drop the link here again in the comments. Put it up live. There we go. I mean, you're definitely right, Game Changer. We're just talking about the guys who played. We know this doesn't make any sense for the future, but again, you want to see guys like Kellen Mond take a step forward and progress, and we didn't see that tonight. So it's all fair. You can evaluate who was out there and how they played. I mean, football's a man-to-man game, so guys, you got to step up and you got to play. Apparently, Ryan Wright is on the show. Schlong did disappear for a while, and then all of a sudden Ryan Wright shows up. So I'm a little bit concerned. Mark J gives the turd of the day to 1 bar for bailing. TY was great, says Robbie. Adam Whale too. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else want to hop on, stud turd? Otherwise, I'm going to drop mine, and we'll put a big old shiny bow on the preseason week 2. Keep it open a little bit longer. I'm going to put it in the comments one more time. There it is. And I will show it. I keep getting asked about pizza or wings. I mean, I guess if I had to choose, I would take pizza, but I do like me some wings. I do. Absolutely. Ryan Wright does not know Schlong. Well, looking at his gut, he probably hasn't seen his either. And he pros. Yeah, there will be day. I haven't given my my stud and turd yet. So, all right. Apparently, no one else wants to hop on. That's fine. Patrick Harms hates wings so much. Receivers made both quarterbacks look bad. So my only problem with Mon today, I didn't think he looked comfortable that first half. His feet were jittery. He's thrown off his back foot. Just looked. I don't know why. I mean, he's been practicing against the team all week. I don't know. But yeah, the receivers didn't help him out. That's for sure. Well, look, we got better sound than O'Connell right now. So I think the big thing is what is going to be the status of Andrew Booth Jr. Is his ankle okay? That's my biggest takeaway from this game. Yeah, there is. All right, so my stud of the game, obviously, I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. It's T.Y. McGill. The dude was a beast. He's playing with his balls on fire, creating disruption, creating pressure. This guy wants this job. He wants it so damn bad. T.Y. McGill, he better make this damn team, which I never would have thought I would have said 2 months ago, hell, even a month ago. And my turd, I'm sorry, I did it backwards. I should have ended on a positive note. But my turd is it's Kellen Mond. I just wanted to see him have another good game. He didn't have to light up the stat sheet, but the fact that he was what was he? He finished 10 to 20 for 82 yards and 2 interceptions. That first one was especially brutal, just a gross throw. The last one, I think he was trying to make something happen. But I don't know. I just wanted to see some progression. Didn't have to be a lot, and he failed. He failed in a big way tonight. So, Kellen Mond is really, really, really disappointing. He does need time, but I mean, if the Vikings are truly all in this year, can they afford to have this guy as their backup? I don't know. I'm still fine. I've been hard on him tonight, but I still think he's our backup quarterback. I'm taking him over. I'm taking him over Sean Mannion any day because the stuff he can do. Even as bad as he was, he still makes these impressive throws. So he's got some natural talent that not everybody has. Sean Mannion's here now. I guess Sean Mannion's here. We're getting all the Vikings. They're in the shower right now joining our show. So thank you for that, Vikings. We do have to remember that Kellen Mond, I mean, this is really, it's really his second game where he's seen, a measurable, well, I shouldn't say that. He got some okay. So maybe his third and a half game, we'll say. The guy's still just a baby. But to be our backup quarterback this year, that's a question the Vikings have to answer themselves. If Kirk Cousins goes down, can we trust Kellen Mond? I don't know if he can. All right, Patrick Harms has the news. Booth re-aggravated an old ankle injury, and it isn't serious. Yeah, that's one thing. Once you roll your ankle, those things tend to roll very, very easily after that. So maybe that's just the case with Mr. Booth. Okay, man. Yeah, we've said it. Yeah, yep, agree. I mean, he's got upside. Sean Mannion doesn't have any upside. Sean Mannion is Sean Mannion, and he's he's gross. I'm still sticking with Mond, as bad as he was tonight. But I think if that's the case, if he's your backup quarterback, it's going to be a lot of ups, a lot of downs. If he does have to play a long time, a stretch of games, it's not always going to be good. Patrick Harms giving credit to his source. Very nice. Cuts Tuesday. I was actually going to do a video on that tomorrow. But, yeah, I mean, look at the guys who didn't play tonight. Julian Taylor, I don't think that's good for him. Ryan Wright, I think they just put him out there to showcase him tonight. I don't see him making this team. Michael Blackley finally in the house. Good to see you, Michael Blackley. You guys stud and tour of the game. Rafael Vienna was so impressed by Brock Purdy tonight. He wants him. He wants him on this team. I don't know about Brock Purdy. I mean, shit. He's going against Chaz Surratt. I mean, come on. I look good against throwing against Chaz Surratt. Okay, let's not slap injury prone on this guy just yet. Yes, sure there's concern, but let's not get overly crazy. Yeah, I was horrified that it was going to be an ACL. When they said it was non-contact, that was very scary. So, all right, well, I think it's time to probably wrap this thing up. Minnesota Vikings are 0-2 on the year. In the preseason, they have not won a game in the preseason since 2019. It doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter, but still, when the Vikings play, I always want them to come on the top. Not going to lie. Robbie's got some cut predictions. Jacina Nickerson, Buyer, yeah, none of them played tonight. Sorry, I'm trying to burp here quietly. Thanks, Davey. It's weird going solo, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Holy shit. Hang on, my monitor with the fact went out. All right. Before I lose it here, guys, remember this. Ryan Wright has one more thing to say. He's only just disrespecting us. Hey, Ryan Wright, why don't you go do some sit-ups, fat ass? All right. In 2013, a Brazilian woman laced her vagina with poison in an attempt to kill her husband with oral sex. He noticed a strange odor emanating from her private parts and took her to the hospital, where she confessed her plan. Not a good idea. Thank you, Michael Blackie. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So we'll be doing winners, losers here shortly. Thanks, everybody, for hopping on. Again, hit up the Patreon if you have not done that yet. And if you got the invite for the league, be sure to join the Fantasy League. We are drafting that thing next Saturday. Keep your school in your hole, for God's sakes.